And me.
Good. Okay, you guys, sit down. Yeah, go ahead. Sit down.
You gotta rent me a shampoo or get this rub done.
Okay.
Okay.
So for my speech, my general response is to inform you guys about my topic. So my specific purpose is to inform the audience of three of the top NASCAR teams in the circuit today, and we'll get more into detail about like what it is or who they are and why. So this is gonna sound cliche, but it's time for you guys to ride around the track with me as I give you guys info about three of the most powerful teams, and I chose Hendricks Motorsports, Stewart-Haas Racing, and Richard Childress Racing. So everybody wants to be lucky enough to be able to go 120 miles an hour and not get caught and live life on the edge. Well, for a lot of us, most of us, it's not very realistic, but hopefully through this speech, I'll give you guys enough insight into what we call the Great American Sport, and you guys will be able to learn who actually made the sport what it is today. I'll talk to you guys about who's a part of the teams, when all the teams were created, the type of cars that they drive, and the type of winning. So championships, pole positions, and races. So we'll start with Richard Hendricks Racing. So Hendricks Motorsports came to be in 1984 by Rick Hendrick. Ever since then, it's been one of the most well-known and powerful NASCAR teams around. A little bit, somewhat. Right now, they have four full-time drivers. They have Chase Elliott in the number 9 car. They have Alex Bowman in the 88 car, which is a very well-known car. They have William Bryan in the 20 car, and the most known driver from Hendricks, they have Jimmy Johnson in the 48 car. They all drive 2019 Chevy, so every year most NASCAR teams will up their engines and up their cars, so they stay up to the year model. So that's why they all do 2019 Chevys. Altogether, they have 6 championships together. They have 171 races, 171 poles, and 231 races won. So we're going back 24 years to one of the earliest NASCAR teams, which is Richard Childress Racing. That was created in 1964 by Richard Childress himself. It's a really well-known sport. It's a really well-known team. It's one of the oldest teams that they have. There's 3 drivers right now that they fully race. They have Tyler Reddick in the number 8 car. They have Daniel, Hermick in the 31 car.
Henrik,
thank you. And then they have Austin Dillon in probably the most famous and controversial car, the number 3 car. They all drive 2019 Chevys, like I said. NASCAR stays up to date with their engines and their cars, so they do 2019 cars. They have 6 championships altogether. They have 231 races won, and they have 171 poles. Push that around. And then we're going forward 44 years. I know it's a big jump to my favorite NASCAR team, which is Stewart-Haas Racing. Gene Haas originally made up the team in 2003, but when 2009 hits, Tony Stewart, which is one of the most well-known racers in the sport, signed as a co-owner, and that's how Stewart-Haas Racing altogether came to be. They're very well-known. It's one of the richest teams in NASCAR because Tony Stewart is one of the most influential and known racers today. So when he took over co-owner for Gene Haas, created a big dynasty. There's 4 drivers. They have Daniel Suarez in the 41 car. They have Clint Bowyer in the 14 car. They have Eric Almirola in the 10 car. They have one of the well-known from that team. They have Kevin Harvick in the number 4 car. They're all 2019 Fords, unlike the last 2 who have done Chevys. They're 2019 Fords. 2 championships between them, 61 races won, and 53 poles. Hopefully through my really speedy speech. You guys learned about, you know, the Great American Sport, what it consists of, how does it work. You've learned about who did what, how they influenced the sport, and what they kind of do for a living, which has made NASCAR the big and the one of the most powerful sports that there is today.